Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want.
I can't believe it. We made it to week 2. What's up? What's happening? What's good? My name is Brianna. You can call me Bree for short. And welcome back to week 2 of my healthy journey recap. I'm so excited. I'm glad that you decided to come back to follow along in this journey during week 2. So as per last week, I have my notes to the side so I can make sure I stay on track. All right, so in today's video, let's see, we're only going to be discussing 3 topics today. We're going to be discussing what I learned this past week. Did I achieve my goals from week 1? And what goals I'm carrying over into week 3. And before we get started, apologies if you hear any noise in the background. There's construction going on across the street. I'm going to try my best to make sure you hear as less of that as possible. So, first topic. What did I learn about myself during week 2 of my health journey? At the time of recording this is Tuesday, October the 29th. And I just want to say first and foremost, before I get started, what I've learned about myself, I want to give a big shout out to myself and my friends and my family who have been helping me along in this journey. Everyone knows who they are. I appreciate that I have a supportive community behind me that is helping me along to not only change my life, also my health, and also helping me in the process of putting myself out there on YouTube and on TikTok. Those 2 things alone are scary. And I'm so grateful to have a supportive community of people who's rallying behind me and also holding me accountable to things. So let's go on and continue. As I stated earlier, normally I wouldn't make it to week 2 when I was trying to become healthy before. So that's the first thing I want to say I learned about myself this week. I have become really dedicated to not only losing weight, but more so telling myself that I'm going to try to change my life around and live a healthy journey. I'm learning that, in order to get the results that you want out of yourself, you have to be willing to put yourself out there and have the right mindset to try to do something to better yourself. In past journeys, my mindset wasn't right. I wasn't in the right place in my life. I wasn't mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually ready to partake in this healthy lifestyle journey. So the first thing I want to say I learned about myself this week, that I am noticing that I'm having a mindset shift, a spiritual shift, a shift overall. And I want to just say that I'm proud of myself for even, attempting to do this again after so many failures, and also attempting to do it at an older age, because getting healthy is not easy the older you get. And also I want to say I'm proud of myself for sticking to it. So that's the first thing I noticed about myself this week. The second thing I noticed about myself this week is that working out is a great and free stress relief. If you have not watched my first video, please go ahead when you're done with this video and give my first video, which was a healthy journey recap of week 1. Please, I'll link it in the description, or I'll link it in the eye in the sky, or I'll link it somewhere. That video, I'm very proud of that video because I was having a hard time recording that video. Say this, it took me at least 2 to 3 days to record that video and try to edit and upload it. I was having many difficulties behind the scenes. And one of the days I was trying to record it was Tuesday. And I have a camera, and I was trying to record and upload the video from my camera. And I could not figure out why the video would not upload from my camera to my iPad. Completely just gave up on it. And I said, you know what? I'm so frustrated, I don't even want to work out. I was this close of not working out and just cutting that day of loss. But something in my mind shifted, and I said to myself, why won't I just take this frustration out on my workout? Now, it was a Ting ab workout, so it was more of okay, I can work on, I can move my body in a different way, but still also working out my frustration. Normally, I would have just been frustrated and let my emotions get the best of me and called the whole day off. But instead of letting my emotions get the best of me, I took the negative energy I was feeling and just transferred that energy into a workout. And I worked out for almost 40 minutes straight. I was tired and I felt better because I no longer thought about the work. I no longer thought about my frustrations. So thing number two that I want to say that I learned about myself is I know how to channel my frustrations and my energy into something positive and that will benefit me in the future. So that is my tip that I really want to give to you guys that I'm learning along in this journey. If you're having a frustrating day and you have any spare time in your day, the cheapest way, the somewhat healthiest way, or a healthy alternative to letting your energy and the negativity take over you is to work out. So that's another positive that I learned about myself this week. The last thing I want to talk about this week is what I learned about myself was how to slowly change my eating habits while still living my life. So two things happened to me during this past week where I really was tested on how can I maintain a healthy lifestyle and living life. Monday, October the 21st was my youngest brother's birthday. If you're seeing this, JJ, I love you. Shout out to you. And on that day, my mom, my dad, and myself decided to treat my younger brother to like a meal from Kroger. Fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy, cookies, you know, things that, you know, just food, just regular comfort food that we would bring for someone on their birthday. Now, I did not partake in the fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and mashed potatoes. Normally I would have partaken that if it was any other time. I did have some cookies, so I'm not going to say I fully 100% stuck to everything. I believe in having a balance. But I bought myself a salad and a coconut water that I did not like. I'm still trying to find a coconut water that I actually like. And if anyone could give me any recommendations, please help me out. Because I don't know whether I don't like coconut water at all or the past few coconut waters I've been drinking are just not up to my liking. So, as I was saying, I balanced it on that day. I had some cookies, but also had a salad. So I'm trying to learn to live a healthier lifestyle. And that's just one day that this past week that I showed up and was like, okay, let me slow back on eating unhealthy. Not completely, but just slow back. That same Friday, my mother and I were running errands. One of the restaurants that we both like, and that's a shock to say because my mother really doesn't like a lot of foods, but when she do like something, she likes something. But as I was saying, the restaurant that my mother and I both like is called Cheeseburger Bobby's. I don't know if it's a chain restaurant, but I know it's in our local area. We like to go to Cheeseburger Bobby's where we're on a specific side of town. Cheeseburger Bobby's, in the name, sells cheeseburgers and chicken tenders. I've been doing kind of well balancing out what I have been eating the past week. So I didn't want to cheat that day. I was facing a dilemma due to the fact that I did want to go out to eat with her at Cheeseburger Bobby's. I just did not want to cheat that day and have a cheat meal. So I had a dilemma of, okay, do I just write that day off and just cheat? Didn't want to do it. Do I go to a local grocery store and get a salad and then try to get something from Cheeseburger Bobby's? Didn't want to do that either. Do I get a meal from another restaurant that sells healthy options and bring my food in to Cheeseburger Bobby's? Did not want to do that. Lo and behold, I looked on the menu and they had a salad for me to eat. So, you know, thankfully it worked out in my favor. But what I'm also learning about myself too is changing my eating habits also is going to have to force me to figure out where are the healthier options for me when I go to visit the restaurants that I like to frequent. And one thing I learned about myself is when I have my mind set to something and I really want to change what I want to do, right off the feeling of me sticking to what I need to stick to in order to accomplish something. And that's something I want to share to you. If you have your mind set on doing something, try your hardest, try your very best to stay there and do what you have to do. Sometimes you're going to have that voice in the back of your head saying, just write this off. Don't worry about it. You always have tomorrow. You can always do it a different day. You can always do it a different week. I used to do that. I'm not even saying this from a place of I do good all the time. I don't. I used to tell myself sometimes, okay, let's just write it off and do it tomorrow. No more of that. No more of that. Try your very hardest, try your very best to say, okay, no, I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to do this. It might be difficult or it might be uncomfortable right now, but my future self will thank me for the fact that I stuck to this today. So if you can, try to do the very best you can to stick to your guns in that moment. Will it be easy? No. Will it be worth it? Yes. So that was kind of a two-parter of part 3 of what I've learned about myself this past week. On to the next topic, shall we? So we're going to recap the goals I had made for myself in week 1. So the goals I had for week 1 was I wanted to be able to run during my running workouts for 1 minute straight without stopping. That's 1. 2, I wanted to complete half of a set of a Chloe Ting ab workout without stopping. 3, I want to be able to stick to my workout schedule. 4, cut out 1 unhealthy food from my diet. 5, and final, drink 80 ounces of water in a day. Now, out of all those 5 goals, did I accomplish any goal? Short answer, no. Long form answer, I'm not going to beat myself up for it, and here's why. So, I didn't accomplish the goals I set out this week, but here's the things I did accomplish that kind of fell in the realm of my goals. Now, I stated the first goal was I wanted to be able to run 1 minute without stopping. I can't do that yet. However, what I did discover about myself is I can run it for 30 seconds without stopping. That's good. We're going to take that. Small steps also lead to big goals. 2, I cannot complete a Chloe Ting ab workout set. Well, I cannot complete half of a Chloe Ting ab workout set without needing a break. Nope, can't do it yet. Keyword yet. I'm going to get there. So, 3, I did not stick to my workout schedule this past week completely, which is working out 5 days. Is because on Saturday, I felt like if I would have ran that day, I was going to injure my knee. My knee was acting up. It was feeling a little bit out of place. So I just learned to listen to my body that day and just to take a break. My break happened to run on Saturday and Sunday, so I really worked out 4 days instead of 5. But I'm going to take it as a win because Tuesday through Friday, I worked out without any issues. On Saturday, I couldn't do it. My knee was just acting up, and I'm going to listen to my body if something's acting up before I can create an injury. So I'll take that as a win. In the last one, I was more aware of what I ate in the past week. Like I stated earlier, on my brother's birthday, I had cookies, not going to hold you. And I had a little bit more I had some carbs this past week too. My mom had made curry with rice, but I didn't eat as much as I normally would have. I think I ate 1 bowl out of the whole ordeal. So I didn't cut something completely out of my diet. I think I'm transforming that idea from cutting something completely out my diet right now is to slowly cutting back until something's completely gone out of my diet. And the final goal is I did not drink 80 ounces of water in a day. So what did I learn by the fact that I did not achieve my goals? I learned that I think with this first week, I kind of was a little bit too ambitious and made lofty goals that cannot be attained in a week. What I always have to remember is that this is a lifestyle shift. I've had 31 years. Yes, I know it trips me out to say 31 years sometimes. I'm still working on getting comfortable with that number. I have 31 years of habits that I've built up. Rome was not built in a day, as the old folks used to say. It's going to take some time for me to shift unhealthy habits into healthy habits. I think a lot of times when we're trying to lose weight, or we're trying to get into a health journey, or we're trying to do something new, we automatically put lofty, big goals too fast, too soon, and we end up crashing and burning the whole thing. Sometimes we have to remember that the things we're trying to accomplish, that requires building small, attainable habits over time. And that reminds me, I need to get on to reading the Atomic Habits book. That's a video coming soon. Slow and steady wins the race. That saying has been around for generations for a reason. You have to build the habits to the point where it becomes second nature. I forgot. I had lofty ambitions. I did not accomplish everything. There are 2 goals I didn't even accomplish at all. But I'm okay with myself because I have to realize this is a shift in my life, in my journey. I can't keep doing what I always did before, have a big goal, try to rush into it, and then I end up quitting because I'm not being realistic of who I am, where I'm trying to go, what I'm working from, and what I need to do to get myself from point A to point B. So, I know that was a long diatribe, sermon, preach, whatever you want to call it, but this is why my channel is called Self-Discovery Diaries. As a 31-year-old woman, I'm trying to figure out who I am, what I want, where do I want to go, who do I want to become, and all of this stuff is going to take time. Do not let social media fool you with have you thinking that everything is going to come to you like that. Stuff takes a long time to work behind the scenes. And if you're not ready to do those type of things, then I want to help you to be the person to get ready by showing you that anything you see from here on out, it took time. And have you thinking I got everything by fly by night. I'm going to be brave enough to say I put in the work. This is how long it took me to put in the work. If you want to put in the work to get to where I am, do it too. All right, so let me skip on to what my week 3 goals are going to be. As I stated in that long preacher sermons before, I'm slowing down on the goals. So as I stated before, I'm going to pull back on the goals and try to be a little bit more slower and more consistent. So these goals are not only going to be for week 3, they're also going to carry over to week 4. And maybe week 5 if I see if I'm having a problem and I need to push myself a little bit further. So here are my goals for the next 1 to 2 weeks. Goal 1. My new goal when it comes to running is to make sure I have the ability to run 30 to 45 seconds. Now, I stated earlier that I can run for 30 seconds without stopping, but I want to be a little bit more consistent on how often I can achieve that goal. So we're going to just focus having the ability to run for 30 to 45 seconds consistently as I'm working out and doing my runs on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 2. Instead of trying to focus on drinking 2 water bottles or 2 40 ounces or 80 ounces in a day, I'm just going to focus on drinking 1 in 1 day. I'm going to try. Now, can I do it? We're going to hope we get there. What's the next one? 3. Prepare for my cheat day and try to encourage myself to eat better whenever temptation is around me. So honestly, it's self-explanatory. Prepare a cheat day I'm going to have during the week. Have temptation around me, I need to figure out how to navigate around temptation. So I know this upcoming 3rd week is Halloween, and I'm already preparing in my mind that Halloween is my cheat day. All right, the next goal that I have, or no, it's the final goal. The next and the final goal is try my best to stick to my workout schedule, but be more mindful if I can or cannot do it. My workout schedule is Mondays through Fridays. Those are my workout days. By this goal is to state that I want to be more mindful that I can work out 5 days a week. It doesn't always have to be Monday through Friday. There are some days that I cannot fit in a workout no matter how I try. I'm not going to beat myself up about it if I cannot. To maintain working out 5 days a week, that's something I want to keep in place. Life is happening. If I can't work out that day, I want to be able to tell myself that it's okay, I can't work out that day. What I do not want to do is have continuous days to the point where I do What I used to do is end up quitting the whole journey because I missed a couple of days. I still want to be consistent in working out. I still want to be consistent on making this a lifestyle journey and a switch. However, I'm just going to be mindful of not beating myself up when I cannot accomplish something that day, or learning to switch things around to make it where I can still accomplish my goals. All right. Now, unfortunately, this is the moment where we have to part ways from each other. Until next week, check in. This is where we have to say goodbye to each other. Thank you guys so much for watching the first video. Thank you for all your love and your encouragement during this journey. As I stated before, you know, any and everybody is welcome to come along with me in this journey. I'm not doing this journey alone. I'm not doing this just solely for me. I'm doing this for me and to show other people that if you want to achieve something, you can do it too. Like I stated, you're more than welcome to come along with me in this journey. Please drop down in the comments of any topics in relation to health journeys, self-development, growth that you would like to see from me. I also want to say thank y'all, and I love y'all so very much, and welcome to the family if you're new. If you're just coming back, thank you for coming back and supporting me, and I love you, and I really, really appreciate you taking time out of your day to sit and watch a random person or a family member or a friend get on the camera and talk. So until next time, to infinity and beyond. I love you. Goodbye. Peace.